Raider Nation, what is good? The excitement is back. I hope you guys are excited for our upcoming matchup. The last 72 hours, I think the Raider Nation spirit is back. We're excited. I think not just the Raider fan base, Raider Nation, but we're talking the players, the locker room, the staff, practice, the whole nine. I mean, the last 72 hours, now that the issue has exited the building, and I ain't going to name his name because that is in the past and he's gone. And I think the nation has come together again in support of the new staff, our homegrown Antonio Pierce, and our new interim GM, Champ Kelly. I think the nation's got their back, and we're excited. We're excited to see what this crew can do and get this entire team, motivated and ready for, not only Sunday, but the second half of this season. So I appreciate you guys checking in. I'm hitting you with my pregame analysis of our upcoming matchup against the New York Giants. But before I get into it, please, if you could, like the video, hit the subscribe button, and turn on those notifications because I'm going to hit you with my pregame analysis, which will include the injury report, some of the things to watch, some key matchups, some keys to success. And I also have a little bit of an announcement at the tail end of this video for all my subscribers. I did mention a little bit of a giveaway a couple videos ago, and I'm starting to kind of creep up with the subscribers, which is exciting. And I got a little more information on that giveaway. So stick around to the end of the video because you're not going to want to miss it. So let's get into it, right? We got the New York Giants coming in at 2-5, coming off of a loss against the Jets last week. We're coming in at 3-5, coming off back-to-back losses, an embarrassing loss to Chicago, a disappointing loss to the Lions, which led to just all the drama, everything going on this past week. But again, it's a new era, and we're excited. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of hit you with the injury report because the injury report just came out, and this is going to be the latest. And so let's go over let's go over the Giants real quick. So Tyrod Taylor, which has been the quarterback basically since week 6. So the last 3 games, Tyrod Taylor's been the starter, but Daniel Jones it's been confirmed he's going to start on Sunday. So we'll see him after him basically rehabbing his injury for the last 3 weeks. But Tyrod Taylor's going to be out. Darren Waller is going to be out. So he's dealing with a hamstring issue. So he's not going to be out there, which, I mean, that's a big piece to the puzzle for the New York Giants. And then you got Evan Neal, which is their offensive tackle. He's questionable, so he's going to be more of a game time decision. You got Andrew Thomas, which is their offensive tackle. He's dealing with a hamstring issue. He's questionable. And Jashawn Corbin, which is one of their running backs. He's dealing with the hamstring as well. He's questionable. But, you all know Saquon Barkley is that feature back over there, and he's going to be a tough one to stop. So we're definitely watching out for him. So that kind of covers the injury list for the Giants. And then we got some injuries that can definitely play a role in our game plan for Sunday. So looking at our injury report, obviously Divine Diablo, he's out. He got injured against Chicago. He's still dealing with that ankle injury, which is a huge blow to our defense. We got Luke Masterson, which basically is Divine Diablo's backup. So he's out, and he's going to be out with under concussion protocol. And then this next one I think is going to be pretty vital. It's going to be a little crucial to our overall game plan. But Thayer Mumford, basically our right tackle, he's been listed out against the Giants, against our matchup against the Giants. And that's going to be tough because I think Thayer Mumford has actually been doing pretty good these last few weeks. I know that we've been kind of messing around with the O-line a little bit. We've seen Jermaine Illuminor jumping at the right tackle position. But, Thayer Mumford, he played pretty well last year and has started to gain ground this year. He's been doing pretty good. And so it's it definitely hurts to see him on that injury list. So he's going to be out. And then Robert Spillane is actually listed as questionable. So he's dealing with a hand injury. Again, hopefully, I think it's going to be game time decision, but I do hope to see him out there because he's a crucial part and the heart of that defense. So that kind of rounds out the. I'm sorry. Last but not least, Jakob Johnson, our fullback, he's out, and again, that is a crucial blow because we are with Aiden O'Connell starting, and that's been the announcement. We're gonna rely heavily on that run game to help Aiden O'Connell out during this game. So the coaches, our new offensive coordinator, Bo Hardigree, he's going to have his hands full. Not only is this his first game taking on the play call duties, but now he's got part of his running game that he's got to get a little creative with Jakob Johnson being out. So that's a blow. So we'll see how he kind of adjusts based on that. So that kind of sums up the injury report. Now a couple things to watch. Now it was announced, and Antonio Pierce came out and didn't hesitate. Announced that Aiden O'Connell is going to be our starter, which is exciting. Very exciting for the Raider fan base, exciting for, I think, that locker room. And so one thing to watch is the Giants' defense. They're pretty much on a roll right now. The last 3 teams that they played the New York Jets, they played the Washington Commanders, and they played the Buffalo Bills. They held all 3 of those teams to 14 points or less. So that defense is gelling pretty well, and it's going to be a difficult task for Aiden O'Connell to come in and really navigate his way through that defense. But I think he's up to the task. Everybody in that locker room, the Raiders locker room, is saying that they have nothing but confidence in Aiden O'Connell going into this game, and I think the excitement that we see amongst the Raider fan base and the Raider players, I think he's ready for it. But to add to the difficulties that the Giants defense is putting on offenses, in those 3 games, the Giants haven't let up more than 200 yards passing to any of those teams. So that defensive back group, those linebackers, they're doing a really good job of getting to the quarterback, disrupting those quarterbacks, kind of rerouting those receivers, getting in those passing lanes, stuff like that. They're making it tough on quarterbacks to find success. And one of the ways that they're making it tough is, and this is another kind of key matchup that I want to watch, is Kayvon Thibodeaux, their stud edge rusher, against our stud left tackle Kolton Miller. That's going to be a good matchup. Kayvon Thibodeaux, I think he's coming in with 8.5 sacks. He had 3 sacks, I believe, against the Jets last week. So he's coming in with some confidence. Kolton Miller is still a top 10 offensive tackle in the league, and so he's going to do what he can to hold him off. And I got confidence in Kolton Miller. He's a stud. So that's definitely a matchup to look after. And one guy that I want to look at is, we have all these offensive weapons. Now that, again, I'm not going to mention his name, but now that the issue is gone and has been fired, I want to see what Hunter Renfrow is going to do. I want to see what Hunter Renfrow looks like in this offense. Bo Hardigree, our new play caller, our new offensive coordinator, I want to see if he can get Hunter Renfrow back to what we saw. Now, I don't expect it to happen overnight, but if we can see Hunter Renfrow come out of this game with 4, maybe 5 catches, maybe get him around that 60-yard mark, just to get him involved, start to get him rolling. I'd love to see Hunter Renfrow find a place in this offense again, because at one time he was touted as one of the best route runners in the league, and I want to see him get back to that style. So that's one thing I want to look at, is how is Hunter Renfrow going to be used in this new, not necessarily new offense, but with this new play caller. So that's kind of my keys to watch out for, and then I'm going to go to my keys to victory. So I'm going to touch on the offense first. 1, we got Aiden O'Connell starting. I think we got to build his confidence early. Yes, he played against the Chargers, so he has a full game against the Chargers. He played 2 series against the Chicago, so he's got a feel for the game a little bit. But, this is a new era. There's a new confidence brewing amongst this team, and I think that it's going to ride on Aiden O'Connell's shoulders. And so there could be some nervousness sitting there. I think one of the best things we can do is start off early, getting him just some rhythm throws, right? Get Devontae Adams involved. You get Devontae Adams on a quick hitch, a quick out route, maybe a little bit of a slip screen or something, or maybe even Hunter Renfrow. Get him in a little wide receiver screen, get the ball in their hands, get him a completion, something easy just to kind of get that rhythm down. And hopefully the studs that we have on offense help out our quarterback and they can kind of, maneuver their way, take a little slip screen, a little hitch, maybe take it 8 yards up the sideline. And now we're 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, a much more manageable situation. So I'd like to see us just kind of calm his nerves a little bit, get some simple completions, get that rhythm down quick and early. Another one is O-line. You got to protect Aiden O'Connell. We do not want to see what happened against the Chargers, where it just felt like Khalil Mack was the Khalil Mack of 7 years ago. Offensive line needs to keep Aiden O'Connell upright, keep the pressure off of him so that he can feel comfortable. And if he can feel comfortable, I think we definitely have a good chance of success. And run the ball. Run the ball well. We need to see Josh Jacobs. We got to see Josh Jacobs have a good game. If Josh Jacobs has a good game, I think that's going to help Aiden O'Connell tremendously in feeling comfortable on that football field. So run the ball, get it ahead of the sticks. Give Aiden O'Connell a short situation to play with. The 2nd and 2s, the 2nd and 3s. Because if you do that, that leads to my next key to victory, is it opens up for the deep ball. And I've been saying this, and I'm going to say it till we get it. Now, again, new play caller, could be a new mentality, so hopefully we see it. But we got to start throwing deep. I'd love to see at least 3-4 deep shots this game, at least. But run the ball, get it ahead of the sticks, get in a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3 type of situation where you have that option. Take a deep shot. Throw that ball downfield, stretch that defense out, force them to back those defensive backs up, loosen up those linebackers, and allow that running game to potentially thrive. And last but not least, let's score 20 or more points on the offense. Just one time. Just one time, let's get it. Let's score more than 20. And wouldn't it be fitting that if we score 20 points the very first game, the issue was removed from the locker room? The issue was removed from his head coaching duties? That would be fitting. So that kind of breaks down the offense. Let's look at the defense, right? I think one of the biggest things for the defense is we got to play the field position battle. Our defense has been doing pretty good. Again, a couple hiccups against the Bills. It was tough. Chicago wasn't a great outing, but I think they played solid against the Detroit Lions. I think they played solid the majority of that game. The offense just couldn't do anything, so they got tired, and I get it. But the one thing that our defense has been doing is they've been really playing that bend but don't break type of defense, right? They let the offense get 2-3 first downs. They find themselves in field goal range. Either they kick it and make it, or they miss it, or they let that offense kind of drive 35 to 40 yards downfield. And when you get in that position where they're not necessarily in field goal range, but they punt that ball, it pins us deep. I don't want to see Aiden O'Connell having to, drive 90 yards down the field to potentially score a touchdown, or 80 yards down the field, or 50 yards just to get in field goal range. I want us to play that field possession battle and win that battle, and get those 3 and outs. Get the 3 and outs, punt the ball, and maybe we're starting from our own 35, our own 40, and Aiden O'Connell needs to maybe only go 30, 35 yards to at least get in field goal range. So win the field possession battle. We got to see more 3 and outs, quick 3 and outs. Make this offense one-dimensional. Shut down Saquon Barkley. Like I mentioned before, Daniel Jones is coming off of being out the last 3 games, so he's going to need some time. I don't care how good of a athlete or player you are, and in this case, a quarterback. He's going to need probably 2, maybe 3 series just to kind of get back into the swing of things, right? Feel the game again. You know, he's coming back from an injury that he didn't get much time on the practice field, so the speed of the game, he's just gonna have to catch up to it a little bit. Well, shut down Saquon Barkley and put all the pressure on Daniel Jones to win the game. If we can get Daniel Jones kind of in that, you know, 2nd and 11, 3rd and 9 type of situation where now the pressure's on him to kind of get them out of a hole a little bit, I think we can force him to make mistakes. Because the one thing that even when he was playing, you know, I think he was averaging only around 175 passing yards a game. So even when he was playing, he wasn't playing good football. Put the pressure on his shoulders, shut down their number one offensive threat, which is Saquon Barkley. And then in order to do that, man, bring the pressure early. Bring the pressure. Release Max Crosby, let him go, blitz some linebackers, bring up the safeties a little bit, bring pressure, and get them in those 3rd and long situations and make Daniel Jones bail them out. And then, you know, don't let them get in a rhythm. You know, don't let Daniel Jones just kind of, you know, dink and dunk his way down the field. You know, don't allow that to just be his safety. You know, bring the guys up a little bit. Obviously, you don't want to get beat deep, you know, and that's going to be my last one, key to victory, but you don't want to get beat deep. But at the same time, don't let him get a rhythm. Don't let him sit there and just kind of dink and dunk his way, you know, 30, 40 yards downfield, and then they finish with a field goal or finish with a touchdown. You know, play aggressive defense, come up. And again, my last key to victory is just watch out for that 2, maybe 3 random deep shots down the field, because they do have a receiver at a Jalen Hyatt, which came out of Tennessee, and he's a tall, fast burner that will get downfield quick. So know where he's at on the field. Make sure you keep an eye on him. Don't let him get on top of that defense. Don't let Daniel Jones be in a 3rd and 13 situation. He just throws it up and we bail him out because we left Jalen Hyatt alone. So those are kind of my keys to victory. Let me know what your keys are. You know, let me know if I missed something. You know, is there something that you saw out of the Giants maybe, you know, last week or coming into this game? And let me know in the comments below what you think of my keys to victory, and if you got some yourself. And then also, let me know what you think the score is going to be. You know, I want us to score 20 plus. I don't like doing score predictions. It's so tough to do that in the NFL. But at the end of the day, I want to see us score 20 plus. That's my hope. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give you a quick game day question. Okay. So here's a question to all you guys. Josh Jacobs has only cracked roughly 70 yards total rushing in a game this season. We got Aiden O'Connell starting. We're gonna try to carry him with the running game. What are your thoughts? Do you think this is the game Josh Jacobs breaks 100 yards rushing? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if he's going to break 100 yards. And then this is what I'm going to start doing. And this is to all my subscribers. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm inching closer and closer to 100 subscribers. And once I do that, I'm going to announce my first giveaway, first of many, because as much as you guys support me, I want to give back to you. So, you know, one of many giveaways that I want to do. And when I hit 100 subscribers, that's going to be my first one. So if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, turn on those notifications so you know when I drop videos. But one thing I'm going to do is for all my subscribers, you will be automatically entered into the giveaway. You'll get one entry into the giveaway because you're just a subscriber, and I appreciate you. Another way you can get an entry is during some of my videos, I'm going to be doing some Raiders trivia. Let's have a little fun with it. Let's see what you guys really know about our Raiders. And so this is what I'm going to do is for every person that comments the correct answer and likes the video, you will get one additional entry to in addition to your subscription, you'll get one additional entry to the giveaway. And I will keep track of it all. And so here's the question. I'm going to bring it up right here. What Hall of Fame Raider running back split his career between the Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs? So that's the question. One more time. What Hall of Fame Raider running back split his career with the Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs? So comment your answer down below. I will hit you with the answer to that question on my game reaction video Sunday after our Giants matchup. And again, if you're a subscriber, I appreciate you. You'll automatically have an entry into the giveaway. If you comment the correct answer and you like the video, you'll get an additional entry every time I give away a Raiders trivia question. So guys, I appreciate you. Again, I'm doing this because I want to give back to you and the support that you're giving me. So thanks a lot. I couldn't do it without you. And I do this because I love the Raider fan base and I'm doing it for you guys. And I just love the Raiders as well. So that's kind of my pregame analysis. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know we're all going to be rooting for our Raiders. The energy's real. I hope Allegiant Stadium is just pumping on Sunday with Raider fans. And, I hope you guys are rooting as loud as all of us are at home. So come back Sunday after the game. I'll hit you with my instant game reaction. And guys, I'm excited for it. So until then, Raider Nation, I'm out.